You are now watching Geeked Up Paranormal.
All right, welcome back, Paranormal Geeks, a Geeked Up Paranormal podcast. My name is Brandon, and here today with us we have Miss Brenda Hawkins. She started her Bigfoot journey almost a year ago when a ghost hunt turned into encountering a Bigfoot. There it was. Wait, I just messed up. There it was, standing by a tree, its head up in the branches. It was standing on 2 feet, covered in hair with big, poppy, glowing eyes. This made her curious on what they are all about. Now, her and her husband, Billy Hawkins, set out to bring everyone the truth and the findings that the big hairy man himself does exist in North Carolina. So, you was out ghost hunting, and for people that don't watch your channel, where where about is this location that you caught Bigfoot uh on camera, on video?
Okay, so back when this Bigfoot encounter took place, we were just ghost hunters. We going out, set out to explore this old 1844 cemetery that was in a park actually out in North Carolina. It's called Old Waynesboro Park. We went out there after dark, you know, explore this new little cemetery that we had heard about. We did until it was found. So, like I said, on the way out there is when we bumped into what I believe still to this day is Bigfoot, and I have caught numerous of videos and pictures from there where we have actually went out and explored where I found we first encountered Bigfoot. So, yeah.
Um, if I'm correct, I was around the time that I think I started following you and Billy is when y'all captured Bigfoot. So after y'all captured Bigfoot on video, did you just start doing Bigfoot hunts, or do you still do like
Well,
ghost hunting for your channel a little bit as well?
I still do every once in a great while. I'll put one of our ghost hunts up on my channel. There, as a matter of fact, I do used to do like some behind the scenes type things where we was going to be going investigating at. And I think at one point in time we actually went live with one of our ghost hunts on my channel as well. And I put the Hawk Paranormal up as the picture, so everybody knew that it was our ghost hunt instead of a Bigfoot hunt. But
Yeah.
yeah, they can see a little bit of ghost up there, but most of it's Bigfoot.
Um, can you tell us a little bit about Bigfoot? Maybe some stuff that you think that someone wouldn't know about Bigfoot, or just in general everything that you know about him. I guess because I mean, there's
Well,
tons of people out there that really don't know much or anything about Bigfoot.
well, I'm going to put it like this. This is what I believe, and everybody has their own beliefs when it comes to Bigfoot. But ever since I've been out hunting myself, I've observed a lot. I have seen a lot. But there's a reason why I believe that people don't believe in Bigfoot because of the things that Bigfoot can do. Bigfoot can camouflage itself to blend in with whatever it's around, like a chameleon. It can stand in front of a tree and make itself look like a tree. It can stand in front of plants, make itself look like plants. It's that's its defense mechanism, so it's not to be seen. But my honest beliefs on Bigfoot is that they're put here for a reason. They're put here for protectors of the woods. They're known to be watchers. I believe they're protecting us from what's out in the woods. Like that's the reason why they're out there. It's not just to be out there to live. It's out there to protect us of what other things could be out in the woods or what other cryptids are out in the woods. Like you have heard of Dogman. A
Yeah.
Bigfoot will go after a Dogman. It will protect you from a Dogman. People say that Dogman is um, a lot more vicious than a Bigfoot is. I have heard reports of people saying that they had a dog man chase them and a Bigfoot intervened to stop that dog man from attacking a human. So, I mean, those are just my beliefs. Those are the things I've seen. I have bumped into huge footprints. I have actually seen these things with my own eyes. A Bigfoot, a dog man. Um, that's the only kind of cryptids I have seen since I've been out there actually started Bigfoot hunting. I mean, if you go watch my videos, you can see all the cool stuff that I have caught, or me and my husband has caught, since we've been out there exploring the Bigfoot world. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, excuse me. Sorry about that. Um, I'm, I've seen that y'all captured a lot, and I've seen pretty much everything that you have captured on your channel because I've been watching, and it really intrigues me because I mean I didn't at first when I was I guess I mean I'm into the paranormal, but like when it came to the cryptids, like I was into them, but I wasn't like full on into them like I am with like aliens and like spirits and whatnot. But I started watching you, and I didn't know that Bigfoots could like be like chameleons and just blend in. You know what I'm saying into and it kind of makes sense because if you think about it, like we're all like humans, we're always hiking and going out there in the woods, and you know what I'm saying. That's the best way for them to hide. Just climb up a tree or like just go camouflage, and you'll not
Yeah.
you won't even know that they're there unless you get too close to them. Then they'll let you know.
So yeah, they let you know we've been growled at, we've been grunted at, um, we've actually been stalked by them. Um, what else have we had done to us since we've been out there? We've had stuff thrown at us too while we're out there. When you get too close, sometimes they'll throw stuff at you and let you know that you're getting too close. That's why I said if they
Yeah,
were really set out to hurt a human, they would have done it by now. But as many times as we've been out in the woods at night, during the day, like one of my famous spots I go all the time, Bigfoot of the Noose. That place is swarmed with Bigfoot and dogmen. We've been out there at daytime and nighttime, and these things haven't offered to hurt us. We was followed out of the woods when we did our first night Bigfoot hunt out there at Bigfoot of the Noose, and that thing had ears. I believe that was a dog man. I don't believe that they're out here to hurt us. I really seriously don't. I think that they're put out here for a reason.
yeah,
They're here for a reason. And you keep hearing people talk about, the veil is running thin. Like these things can go in through a veil, come out of a veil. That's how that's how they people say that they hide or they multiply or they can jump from like world to world as
yeah.
they
Third
go through a
dimensions.
yeah. I mean, do I know that's true? I don't know.
Well, I
I
mean,
haven't.
they've been spotted all over the world and been uh like on video, you know. So and usually when I would say when they get I guess seen from a distance, that's
Mm-hmm.
when that's usually when they get captured on video when they're not camouflaged. Usually up close, like you and Billy when y'all go hunt for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually when y'all can see them is when they're camo or yeah, camouflage when they
Right. Well, see,
and
I have a special gift. Okay, so everybody knows that my husband can see ghosts. I can see them a little bit, but not as good as he can. But I have a gift myself. I can see a cloaked Bigfoot. To me, when I'm looking at a cloaked Bigfoot or a camouflage Bigfoot, it looks like a mist, like a real cloudy mist when they're through my eyes. That's how I can tell where they're sitting. I can look at them and point them out in my videos. And there's people that can't see stuff like that. They look like you're crazy. You can't see nothing. There's nothing there. There is something there. Focus. Look. It's
Yeah.
like my little motto I have on my old I guess you want to say logo or whatever. See, hear, believe. You got to see, you can hear them to believe. And once you see them, most of the time people will believe, but it takes for somebody to actually have that open mind. Is
Yeah.
the best way to
That's
put it.
that's what's wrong with a lot in this world today. Nobody has an open mind anymore. They're all on one side of the fence.
Yep, that's true. Very true. Very
So,
true.
um, so uh, I know, like you see it, like how you pointed them out on your video, and some people say that they don't see anything, and then you know you're seeing it. Everybody, like other people, are seeing it. What do
Hmm.
you say to the people that would say that that's like pareidolia?
Well, I have my thing about this pareidolia. I hate that word. Even if it's like elementals, people talk about elementals, pareidolia. It, I, me myself, I truly believe that a Bigfoot can come back as a spirit as well.
Yeah,
They were once living, breathing things or whatever too. Um, whether it be a spirit of a Bigfoot or a real Bigfoot, it's still a form of a cryptid. It's still a form of paranormal. That's what leads me to believe that paranormal and Bigfoot go together too. I think the only thing I could tell people is they were once living, breathing creatures too. Whether however they want to look at it, but the word pareidolia, hang it up. I don't like that word. I
okay.
don't. It upsets me when I hear the word pareidolia because everything's pareidolia to the things that people can't see.
Yeah, that's see, that's what the reason why I was asked that is because I I don't a lot of times when I'm looking at things, like I, s- I see faces and other things, but I'm when I'm paranormal investigating and actually investigating and taking pictures and stuff, I can tell usually the difference when it's my mind making it versus a spirit, because like you see the outline of them, correct? Like it's like a chameleon outline of them, and you can see through it. And like pareidolia is uh, like a multiple spots or a spot on the wall that looks, you know what I'm saying? It's completely two different types of things. And if I was to take that picture again, that outline of that spirit is no longer there. So how's that pareidolia? You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah,
in this photo it's there, this photo it's not.
it just means that it disappeared. It went to a different location, or
Yeah,
it's not there no more. I
yeah.
mean, ghosts. I don't know if it works the same way with Bigfoot, but
If,
ghosts are on their own time. They don't
I'm,
have no time. I mean, I don't know how
I
else
mean,
to explain it.
a spirit Bigfoot probably, I mean, don't have no time either. Doesn't have time either. Versus a real Bigfoot. I mean, if if you say that if you think that they're here for a reason to protect us, then I believe that. I mean, time definitely affects them in, I guess, their real form.
Right.
But I mean, there's ghost chickens and ghost deer. Why wouldn't there be ghost Bigfoot?
I said that's what leads you back is they were once living, breathing creatures too.
Yeah,
I mean, people say, well, they shouldn't be called creatures. They shouldn't be called Bigfoot even. They shouldn't even be called Sasquatch. They should be called people. Because if you ever really seen a Bigfoot, it's like they're a human covered in hair because they're just as intelligent as a human is.
I would say probably a little bit more intelligent, because if
Yeah.
they're, especially if they're like put on the earth to protect us, I would I would say they're definitely more superior than humans, you
Hmm.
know? And then I mean, they're how would you explain it? Like immortal or mortal, and we're immortal, right? Or vice versa. In other words, you know what I'm saying? They're definitely of a higher intelligence that we wouldn't understand.
Yeah, they're.
Um,
I believe that they're when they were put on this earth, they were put on this earth to, how can I put this? Know everything, no more than what a human does, no more of what's eventually going to happen in this world or what's coming to this world. It's like when they're jumping from world to world, or however you want to jumping through their veils and in and out of their veils. I believe they're seeing more than what we know already. I mean, whether that's true or not, I don't know, because I mean, who knows what they see, what they do when they go through their veils? Because everybody keeps telling you
mm,
the veils are running thin, and whenever the veil finally just, something's gonna happen,
yeah.
and it's like
Um,
they're getting prepared for it. I mean, who knows?
I mean, who knows where they go when they go through the veil from here? You know, they might have their own world or another dimension that's like this, and they got somewhere to go protect.
Yeah, it's true. I said, everybody to their own beliefs. I mean, people probably look at me today and say, okay, well, that lady's full of, but again, everybody has their own beliefs when it comes to Bigfoot. Am I a master of Bigfoot? No, nobody is. Nobody truly knows everything about Bigfoot, and I don't believe anybody ever will. All these researchers out there that does their research on Bigfoot, the only thing they're able to research is what we go out there in the woods and see. And a lot of them will sit back behind a computer and say, well, this is what it is about Bigfoot, this is what it is about Dogman. Put your boots on the ground, go out there and explore and see what the people that actually go out in Bigfoot hunt see, instead of just going by word of mouth or what you read on the computer, because it's still not the same thing until you actually get out there and do it firsthand.
Yep, it's the same with when you're going ghost hunting. I mean, it's totally different from watching someone doing it and doing it yourself. You know, if you think
Hmm.
if someone thinks it's fake, they need to go and do it more than a couple times and at different locations.
Yeah.
Um, and I bet you they'll experience something. Unless they're like a hardcore non-believer, then you know their mind would probably never change. But I ain't. I don't do this to change people's mind. I I do this just because I mean, really, it's a hobby to me. I love the paranormal, and I enjoy investigating, talking with people on subjects of the paranormal and more about, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just here to have fun and learn, do what I do best,
Yeah.
be myself, and everybody else can just screw off if they don't like it.
But I mean, that's where me and Billy are too. I mean, we go out there, we try to make our Bigfoot hunts fun. We goof off sometimes when we're out there Bigfoot hunting. We just try to make it fun. We have fun at being us, doing what we do the best. And to be honest with you, when we first started Bigfoot hunting, Billy wasn't into the Bigfoot. He's still not really a Bigfoot person, but he goes out to support me. And because he knows
Yep.
that's what I'm into, that's what I want to do. I mean, I still go out and ghost hunt with him. I'm still part of Hawk Paranormal. I still use my gifts that I have when I go out ghost hunting. But I've more leaned towards the Bigfoot because Bigfoot intrigues me. I would love to learn everything I can about the Bigfoot world, and that's my intentions. That's what I'm setting out to do. I can't say I'm ever going to learn all the things about Bigfoot, but I'd like to learn
Yeah.
new things each time I go out.
I mean, there's always something new to learn. They say we only really know 10% of everything, and we only use 10% of our brain, and no one can know everything. So,
That's
I
true.
mean, technically, we're always learning,
That is true.
and I'm always trying to figure out what things are and how they work. So that's that's kind of, I guess, one reason why I like paranormal is because science don't have it figured out to a T. You know, so and if they don't understand something, they either just back away from it and just go well with it, and it's not real, or I mean, they keep being a scientist and going full force at trying to figure it out, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to do a lot, I guess, with the when I go ghost hunting is I I go to investigate and then I collect data and I bring back and I go over my data and eventually I'm gonna try to figure out how to make a couple of my own devices and try to try to I don't know, figure out how to see them better because if you think about it, they're definitely gonna have to be on a different light spectrum from what our eyes can see.
Hmm.
So I'm definitely gonna have to mess around a little bit with some cameras and everything. And then when it comes to like sound with spirits, I think sometimes when they talk, it sounds like a moan or a noise, and it's actually like a sentence, or you know what I'm saying? They actually said a sentence, but it came to us like as a moan or something. Because one of I was just messing around with one of my EVPs one day, and I heard like a moan, and I was like, "That's weird." I was like, "I didn't hear that," and then so I was like, "I'm gonna just slow it down to see, just to mess around with it." So I slowed it down, and like it sounded like a very fast sentence. So I had to slow it down a couple more times, and then it was just a full on like mumbling of a sentence, and I was like, "Holy cow!"
Right.
I was like, I was just messing around with this the moan, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't even know what I was gonna do with it. I was just playing around, and it came out a sentence, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And then one of Bobby's EVPs from Bobby Mackey's, his one of his moans that he captured while he was in the well was a full on sentence, and that was crazy. So I mean, so I think there's definitely something there too when it comes to like the sound waves and stuff. I feel like there's maybe a device I can probably create that might be able to catch noises and maybe slow them down and see if there's anything there or not.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't real good at seeing ghosts. I mean, I could see them when I wasn't supposed to see them or see them by accident. Nicole, through the Veil Paranormal, actually helped me be able to. She calls it a blockage, and she even told Billy the same thing. Said that everybody has a blockage. If once you let that blockage go, you'll be able to see them more with your eyes than you will anything else. I mean, we all have these machines that we use when we go out Bigfoot hunting, ghost hunting, even other things out there in the world. We all have machines, but nothing is better than actually see them with your eyes. Yes, it's scary because it scared me when I came face to face with a ghost. I turned the corner to go into the laundry room after Nicole had done to me what she done to me, and the face looked distorted. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. No more. I don't want to see spirits no more. I'm good. I should have never asked. But they're
Yeah,
they're creepy looking. They really are.
I tried um I tried to open the third eye, and then I stopped because I was like, wait a minute, what happens if I see them and I don't want to stop and I want to stop seeing them? Will I be able to? And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, so I'm guessing it. But when I was trying, like I started seeing more like light anomalies. You know what I'm saying? Weird
Mhm.
and light or light anomalies, and it's just it's weird. And then like I'll see a I don't want to call it a shadow figure, but it was like it's like a shadow of like people of like a human, but it's not like a shadow. I don't know how to explain it because it's like a mist shadow, but it's not mist and it's not shadow, and
It's like you
like
can see that outline that has a mist in it, because that's the way
it,
I see them. I see them as a
and I
mist. That's
and I
in the
seen through them.
picture.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I can't make out if it's like I can't make out the gender of it or if it's I can just make out how tall it is and there's the shape of it. You know what I'm saying? I can't see very detailed of it. But I'm still debating on if I want to see if I can see spirits or not, because I think it would be probably a little bit easier when doing investigating and trying, I guess, to make devices to communicate better with them.
Yeah.
Um,
You have to understand them a little bit more.
yeah,
It's what
because
it's
I
all
mean, like right now, and I don't even see them all the time. Like a spirit can be standing right beside me, and I wouldn't even probably see it.
really.
You know, sometimes it's I don't know. I feel like it's when they want me to see them is when I see them as a light anomaly or like that shadow mist type figure or whatever. You know, it's I'm still trying to figure things out myself. It's
Right.
because I mean, at the end of the day, I know that they're there. They don't scare me. It's just I don't know. I guess I don't want to necessarily see them as they passed away, especially if they were gruesomely murdered. You know what I'm saying? And it like because if somebody had their head exploded off, so they're walking around headless. I'm what? How am I supposed? How do I know how to communicate with that? I'll be scared shitless if I seen if I started doing if I opened up my third eye and started seeing spirits. I'd be scared shitless if a spirit came up to me headless. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I don't want to see no more. I'm done.
It's really funny, like that you said that because I had that experience last night. The ghost hunt that we did in that two-story house. We went and did a night hunt in there last night, and Billy pointed him out, but I could see a shadow in there. But the only thing I could see was shoulders. I couldn't see no head. There was no head. There was like that guy was standing there headless. Now, what people will find out once they watch the night hunt that we did, the little girl that they were communicating with was, she said she was scared. She told Billy that she was scared when he was talking to her on the first investigation they did during the day. We'll come to find out there's a kicker to it. The reason why she was scared is because she was murdered and her whole family was murdered.
Yeah.
So I mean, even not just paranormal, not just and Bigfoot too. You have to research. You have to study everything about them. I mean, everybody's got different gifts, and if you really choose to see a spirit through the veil, paranormal can help you. She opened
Yeah.
my eyes, and I wish I'd have never asked for it. Now,
See, see how you are. That's why I'm like I'm iffy about it because I like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go full force. But if uh, I don't want to, I don't know because I'm already got morbid thoughts. You know, I already have dark thoughts, and I already want to speak with spirits. And my thing is, I don't want to see them and then end up not want to speak with them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And stop doing what I love because of I started seeing them and it's like it creeps me out or something. I don't know.
just make sure
But
that's
then
what you want.
again,
But that's all.
then again, if I see them, I might be like, "Oh shit, this is cool as hell." I don't know,
True.
but
I
it's
thought it would be cool, but
like I'm at a crossroads with it. But if I go down that route, I might I might talk to Nicole, and if if she would help me, I would do it. But
she would.
I
She
don't
she
know.
helped me.
I'm,
She helped me, and it's the process that she took me through is really simple. It's just opening. It's like it's opening up your third eyes, but it's opening up your senses. That's what she did to me. And when she got done with me, there was a ghost standing right in front of me beside of a tree that I seen him. And then I happened to look over beside of me a little ways down a field back there behind Beth's house, and I seen a shadow run back behind a tree. And it's like it happened that quick. And then little by little, I was seeing different stuff.
all right, I'm gonna pause right here in this podcast. So what she's saying is that Nicole helped her with her ability that she already had. Okay, because in the next podcast it's going to get a little twisted, as far as with people's beliefs and stuff. So I would like to say she was born with this capability, and that Nicole helped her uh, get the blockage away. You know what I'm saying? So she can use her ability more. So this is why I stopped this, because I know when it comes in with the paranormal and people's beliefs and stuff, everybody believes things different. Some people are touchy with their beliefs and whatnot. I believe everybody and I believe everything until proven otherwise. You know, innocent until proven guilty, the American way. And so that's why I wanted to stop here and say that she was born with the gift, and Nicole helped her with the blockage situation that she was having.
What another thing that scared the crap out of me was me and my husband was laying in bed one night. All the lights were off, and I seen this cloaked black figure come. It looked like it come out of the walls, and it like went really fast back behind on the footboard of our bed that way. And I just like I paused and I was like, what does it mean when you see something that's dark and cloaked? And that's when Billy explained to me what I had just saw. So I'm gonna say, just make sure that's what you want before you do it. Um, One thing I will tell you too is ever since Nicole has opened up my third eye, now I can't tell the difference between a spirit of a Bigfoot or a spirit of a regular spirit anymore because they all look the same to me.
Hmm.
So
I don't know. I might try it one day. We'll see. I want to try some other experiments before, I start seeing them. Because if I start seeing them, there's no point in these other experiments.
that's
You
true.
know, because I want to try the Gainesfield or not the Gainesfield experiment,
Mm-hmm.
um, and several other experiments. But I was also warned that during these experiments, my third eye could open,
Mm-hmm.
and just pretty much watch out and be safe and have someone there for when I do these things. And I was like, I'll try, but if it's time for me to do it, and nobody's there, I'm just gonna do it.
Well, I
But
mean, you don't believe in like you should never go by yourself. I mean, I'm the same way with the Bigfoot hunting. My husband would kick my tail for me going out there in the woods by myself, even though I'm not scared of them. But he forbids me to go out in the woods by myself going hunting.
yeah, it, um, really, it's not people. A lot of people probably would say I'm a control freak or something. And how I say this, because it's not like that. I don't allow my wife, if she wanted to go out and do whatever, she can go out and do whatever she wants, and she knows that. And usually I go with her because, I mean, we live in Louisville, and this city's not a good city at all. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things happen around here. And honestly, I don't even go out unless it's with another person or I'm packing or something, because it's, especially at night around here, it gets crazy. So it's more of a safety thing, you know what I'm saying? And then if you're throwing like Bigfoot or uh you know ghost hunting on top of that, it makes it even worse,
Yeah,
because then we it's like a double worry or a quadruple worry, however.
yeah, it's true. I mean,
And I mean,
hey, stuff happens. I mean, regardless of you could just be walking out there in the world and somebody snatch you up. You don't have to go Bigfoot or ghost hunt for something to happen. You can just step out your front door and
yeah,
stuff happens.
I
So,
mean, it's literally happened around here. And heck, my brother's house is on the opposite side of the zip code we live in, and like literally down from his house, somebody tried to kidnap this little girl out of her front lawn, and then I think maybe a couple months later, a little kid ended up getting or going missing from over there.
Mhm.
So I mean, and honestly, he he lives like 5 minutes away, and around here it's just as crazy. And then if you go 5 minutes the other way, it gets worse. It's I mean, what can you do? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You still gotta do what you love, or you still gotta work and gotta go out in it. But
That's true.
I try to stay. I try to keep. I try to keep my space and stay in my lane. So hopefully nothing comes knocking on my door. But if it does, I'll take care of it.
Well, so I mean, just here recently, I had a little something go on my channel, but um, I felt like it was because I'm pretty much a newbie when it comes to Bigfoot hunting. I'm not as experienced as a lot of these Bigfoot hunters are, but we all see the same thing, learn the same thing while we're out and about. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna let somebody's words put me down or stop me from doing what I love to do. I'm gonna
Definitely
keep
not.
on doing what I love to do, and that's Bigfoot
Yep.
hunting.
That's I would.
So
I'm. I'm always gonna do what I love to do, unless it changes. Then I'll be doing something else. But at the end of the day, that's one big problem with the paranormal community. Period, is a whole bunch of bullshit and bickering, and everybody wants to be like, "Oh, this person fakes," or "This person does this and that," and um, like honestly, I think. Oh, and they want to be like, "Oh, I got the better evidence," or this or that, and they want to try to be like the best investigator. They're the best. And it's like we're all here to have a good time, work together, learn together, and be better together. There's no reason to be down on anybody or starting shit. And then if somebody is entertaining, just let them entertain. You know what I'm saying? Leave them alone.
yeah,
Let them do their business. And if that's not your cup of tea, then don't watch. I still watch it because sometimes they still do get legit evidence even when they're doing what they do.
right. Well, I mean, now everybody to their own cup of tea. I mean, if you're having fun doing what you're doing, even if you're an entertainer, I mean, go for it. There's a lot of people out there in this world that wants to see entertainment when it comes to paranormal or Bigfoot more than they want to see the actual real stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, if that's your forte, go for it. Me
I
myself,
don't know.
I like to watch people that's actually getting legit stuff that's not faked.
I watch either or. It don't matter to me because I know when someone's doing their entertaining and whatnot,
Hmm.
but I ain't gonna call them out for it. It's not my. There's no point for me to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna cause
No.
drama. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Hopefully, everybody else stays in theirs. It's just
Right.
ridiculous. Like, and then they think that they their opinion matters, or like not that it don't matter. Like that, honestly, that we would care for their negativity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Constructive criticism is one thing, but like being negative and name calling and just that bad energy, they can just keep that to themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like growing up. At the end of the day, my parents would always tell me, my grandparents, they would always tell me, treat others like you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So like, and I'm pretty sure everybody's mamas and or somebody in their life has told them at one point in time has told them that. So I
Hmm.
don't like they just need to, I guess, relearn it or something, or go back to find a manners boot camp or something.
There you go.
I'll
I
take
did.
them to
I
my
did want to
mamaw's
throw
boot
in
camp.
too. I did want to throw in too, though. Well, back when, like earlier, when we were talking, you know, I've told everybody especially like in my Bigfoot community. But I want everybody to hear this from the horse's mouth. I'm not calling myself a horse, but I'm, from the horse's mouth. If you guys want to see where we encountered our first Bigfoot, it is on our Hawk Paranormal channel, Hawk Paranormal ESTNC, because we are ghost hunters as well. But look for the video, What's Hidden in the Woods. That was where you'll get to see the Bigfoot walking into the woods when we were up by the graveyard. It's like where Billy pans around and and it's standing by a tree where he sees something peeking out from behind a tree. If you look a little bit further back into the woods, you can see something walking into the woods. And the
What's
things we heard that night, it was making all kinds of different animal noises. It was pretty much circling us. And then finally it walked into the woods and it disappeared.
I'm wondering if that's what circled us, me, Dylan, and Jeff, when we were at Hell's Gate Cemetery at one night,
I meant to
because
tell you
that
because I
was
have
nuts.
the clips and stuff that you sent me. I have looked over them, and to be honest with you, I don't think you just have Bigfoot out there either. I really don't. I think you guys have Dogman out there as well.
What
I
clips
think
are
I
you
think
talking about?
huh?
Which
The clips, the ones
specific
where you
clip?
sent me, like the little clips by clips because you couldn't send it all together. I forget what the
Uh,
name of it was.
The Jefferson Memorial Forest going
Yeah.
in and out of the, yeah. So I just recently heard a, right now I'm gonna say it's a rumor. I can't say it's actual factual.
Mhm.
Um, that where we went, there used to be satanic rituals and pretty much females were taken up there and killed and slaughtered, is what I was told. Now I have no clue if this was correct or true, but I got to do some digging because they also said where the Elgin plant is used to be a drive-in theater, and that's where they would go and kidnap girls and then take them all the way back to Jefferson Memorial Forest, up where we around where we were, and
Mhm.
would do what they do.
You see, that's
So
to me.
I feel like that negativity would probably bring like a dog man or something around, or Bigfoot if they're out there to protect us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I believe you have both out there. Just like things that I was hearing and things that I was seeing. I don't think it's just Bigfoot out there. I mean, you do have spirits out there too, of course. I've seen plenty of those, but it's not just Bigfoot out there. You have Dogman out there too. And I don't
Yeah.
think that Kentucky is just Bigfoot. In other words, I think Kentucky has them both. I
I
don't know what
don't.
other kind of cryptids you have out there in them woods, but
Here, my thing is though is like when people try to say like certain cryptids only stay in certain areas. I don't believe that to be true. I believe they can go anywhere they want to go. You know what I'm saying? And a, it's like the Jersey Devil. You know, I don't think the Jersey Devil is just specific to that area. I feel like it was only seen around that area. It probably was seen other places, and people might have described it or depicted it looking different and called it something else. You know what I mean?
hmm
It's
yep. When I first started Bigfoot hunting, I didn't even know there was a such thing as a dog man. I didn't. Um, what I seen was did not have no ears. It had a cone head and full of hair. And I started hearing people talk of dog man. I'm like, what the crap is dog man? And they were telling me that it's pretty much like a Bigfoot. It's big as a Bigfoot, but it's like a canine wolf type breed. And they say those are the things that you really want to do your research on because they're more vicious than a Bigfoot. They're saying, people think that it's just Bigfoot out there in the woods. It's not.
mm-mm.
You're gonna find out that you're gonna bump into a lot more different kind of cryptids out there in them woods than what you swallowed as you planned on.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
wonder,
know.
have you ever uh, thought about investigating uh, in Ohio for cryptids?
Yes, yes. See, one of my things on my wish list is to meet Hensley Paranormal in person, because Hensley has been a part of Hawk Paranormal since day one. Hensley found us, and me and both my husband Hawk have said that's one of the things we want to do is meet Hensley Paranormal and meet Geeked Up Paranormal. If we have to meet y'all both at the same time, then let's go for it, because we're trying to set something up for this coming spring with you guys.
No.
So, um, you know, once
Hopefully,
I
it happens and it works out.
right, because I want to actually go explore the woods in Ohio, because I'm from Ohio myself. I'm from Lorraine, Ohio. I'm not a North Carolinian. I'm not a Southerner.
Well,
I'm a Northerner.
Ohio's very infamous with cryptids,
Yes.
and
They
it
call what do they call him out there? Grassman. It's not called a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch. It's called Grassman out in Ohio. And there has supposedly been sightings out there. So I do. I want to go explore the woods out there around where Hensley is. So
um. Have you did you hear about the what is it, Helltown in Ohio? I forgot what the actual town name is. Um, hell, I shouldn't even brought it up because
the
I can't
heaven of
even
all.
I don't have anything to pull up anything information on it. I'll ask you another time about it. But it's in Ohio and it's the military. Pretty much, I think that the military evacuated people out of the area, and then people go missing. Something recently popped up too about it of kids going missing there, or somebody got killed there, or something. It's in Ohio. I think they call it Helltown or something, and they depict like a cryptid looking creature.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Is it really a hellhound or is it a dog man? Because they say that, like I said, that I can't scream it enough, and I really do believe it, because I believe that's really what we get growled at by the most is a dog
Well,
man.
they said it had antlers.
They had antlers.
Yeah,
I never heard
or
that.
horns
Now,
or
because
something
dogs
like
don't have
that.
antlers,
I
but
don't
they have
I
ears.
or that's how they depict it as what it looked like. It had antlers and it stood like 7, 8 feet tall. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
Hey, look
I
it
wish
up
I
for
had
me.
the
So
information
send
in
it to
front of
me.
me, but
I'll read about it. And then, hell, I might actually do a little story time and put it up on my channel. I mean, I don't me. Okay, on my channel is different. I've tried a couple of different things of like when people's showing like little videos, and I'll screenshot, make a little bit, or the screen record, make little videos of people's findings. But I don't always like to do that, because I want something goes up on my channel, I want it to be my stuff. Um, I will share out people's stuff that they ask me to, because I have no problem with that. If I'm close to you, I respect you. I'll do anything in the world for you. But whenever something goes up on my channel, I want it to be my stuff. But hearing something like that, it's a cryptid story to me. It's a
yeah,
sighting or whatever. You can get people's actual thoughts and responses from whatever it was, whatever the story is about. I like that idea. You just gave me an idea. Story time.
I
Yeah,
mean,
send me the information on that.
I will. I mean, why not? I'll be
Mm-hmm.
interested to watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I can do a little bit of research myself and find out exactly what this thing is all about, what they're claiming it to be, and add that in with my story. As long as it's cryptid, I don't mind doing it, because, like I said, I still have a lot to learn myself. I'm still wet behind the ears when it comes to cryptid, because I don't know them all. I just know I've heard of a lot of things that is worse than Bigfoot and the Dog Man.
I
So
don't even think there's one person that knows every single particular cryptid. Because honestly, I still feel like there's new ones that are I ain't gonna say being made up. Just like I hear about new ones every day I've never heard of before, and it's like, is that the same as this creature, or does it do something different? What, or is it because it's in a particular area, so y'all are calling it this instead of that?
Hmm.
And there's like, when it comes to cryptids, I tend to stay out of it because a lot of the cryptid hunters that I've ever talked to are bigger assholes than me, and they're very stickler with
It's
everything. So
true.
I'm like, you know, so that's why I back away from cryptids, is because I guess I've had a bad experience with it. But my little
Not
brother's into it, and I'm not. It's not that I'm not into it because I'm in the cryptid. It's just I'm not
hmm
into it like I am with spirits and
right.
aliens. I mean, if I was richer, I'd be very more into it with aliens, but because I feel like you gotta be a millionaire, or definitely have to have some sort of money to be able to actually communicate with them. Uh, because it's, I don't know, it's more in depth and stuff. There's, I mean, there's some ways that people, I guess, have came out with where they shine that laser up in the sky and get it to move, or they can
Hmm.
speak on command and it'll light up and move. But um, I feel like there's a secret. Well, it's I feel like there's a frequency out there that
Hmm.
can be connect to that's kept secret. Um, that I want to say our government definitely speaks with aliens, and I
Yep.
definitely know that Russia, China probably does too.
Bigfoot.
Britain, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they all they dabble in it somehow. You know what I'm saying? Ours is Area 51, Fort Knox, probably a couple other bases. Um, but it's just, I don't know. It's crazy to me, all of it.
Well, not everybody is like me. You know, whenever I can do like my interviews on with different Bigfoot hunters, I'd go. I get them up on my panel to learn more about them, learn about their experiences. I don't judge people,
Yeah,
and
I
that's the
don't
best
judge
way.
either.
That's the best way that you can do it whenever you're dealing with the cryptid community. Don't judge. Lay back, be yourself, Brandon, because you're like one of the most laid back people we know. Be yourself. Just listen. Comment on things that that interest you. That's the reason why a lot of these Bigfoot hunters like coming up on my panel, because I don't judge nobody. I just sit back, listen, cut up with them, and learn from what they've seen and experienced.
Yeah, that's that's what I like just doing in general, is speaking with people with any type of paranormal experience, so I can,
Hmm.
learn what they experience and see if it's any way different from somebody else's experience. Which, like a lot of the experience, 9 times out of 10, a, a lot of people will never experience the same thing. You know what I'm saying? As someone else, or the same thing again when it comes with the paranormal. But they do have some, I guess, data points or something that are similar and of sorts when certain things do happen and whatnot. And I like to pull those data points out and pull out all the similarities, and see if there's, something there, and then what's not, everything that else is different, see what's not there and what is there as well. And then again, I also like to, once if I find something or don't find something, I like to also share it with other people to see if, they see something that I don't, which happens a lot. And that's another reason with paranormal investigation. Like my wife, if I find something, I go to her. I'm like, here, listen to this. Tell me what you if you hear anything. And if she hears something, she'll tell me what she thinks she heard, or she'll be watching it and she'll see. she'll tell me if she's seen something, and she's caught. She's definitely caught stuff that I have missed, and we've also been on investigations where she's got the evidence and I didn't get any. So it's definitely crazy.
We're, we're here to look after you. I've done the same thing to Billy. He'll be watching something. It's like that what's hidden in the woods video. Billy didn't see that in the video. I was like, oh, that ghost is cool peeking around a tree, but what about that thing walking into the woods? He's like, oh shit, you know. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. We did that's we you know we're your second reviewers. We're here to catch things that you didn't. So
Well, that like that's one thing that I find very interesting with my wife. Well, with everybody, everybody thinks different. Nobody really thinks the same. I mean, we kind of have same thoughts at times, but everybody's different, thinks different, sees things as different, and
hmm
we process things differently. And that's why I like to see what other people can see or think about certain things. And my wife, I usually run it by her first, and that usually it sets the tone for me when I send you, Nicole, Billy, or someone else, pictures or video or something and see what y'all think of it. 'Cause half the time she's like, I don't see it. And I'm like, well, shit. So I send it to y'all or someone else, and they'll be like, yeah, I see it. It's right there. And y'all point it out. And I'm like, all right, I'm not crazy. Or she'll point it out, and then I'll send it to y'all. And I'm like, I don't see it. It's weird. And then I'll see it like right like sometimes y'all send it back to me with that outline and I'll see it before y'all send the picture. I'm like, damn. And then you get the picture and I was like, all right. So that even confirms it even more.
right.
It's just and it's crazy to me. And that's so one thing you definitely wish you never tried to start seeing spirits.
Yeah. I wanted to see spirits like my husband sees them. I don't want to see them like through the veil paranormal sees them. She sees them like we're looking at each other.
See, that's how
Um,
I want to see them.
no.
If I was to see them. But then I don't know how I would be able to handle. I feel like I would be fine at the end of the day,
hmm
but truly I won't know until I know. So that's what I'm worried about. Is because
Yeah.
what happens if I think I'm fine and I'm not? You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Because I mean,
Look.
you've had that experience, and I'd rather stick with your warning instead of go on the beaten path because I've already been on the beaten paths too many times.
But you know what's really funny? I will tell you this: when I turned the corner in the hallway that day, and seeing that distorted face came face to face with it, we found out what it was. There we have a deaf ghost in our house. It's a girl, a female. She's deaf. Nicole was sitting in the dining room talking to her, signing to her from the kitchen table, and she was standing in the front room by the bedroom door. It's like she has some
Never,
kind of illness. That's why
yeah,
her face looked distorted.
I never
So
thought about that. But I always thought maybe, you know, their spirit form might be able to hear or see if they passed on. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that answers that question.
yeah,
Sheesh.
so I mean, whenever see, I feel ghosts. I can feel their emotions. I can a lot of times I'll get visions, like it plays like a movie in my head, and I will tell the people what I see
And
and
does
what
it
I'm feeling.
does it happen in real time too? Like as you're moving about?
Yeah, I don't just have to close my eyes. It just like all of a sudden it like pops in my mind. And there's a lot of times at night when I go to sleep, even it even happens with the Bigfoot stuff too. Now I have visions and stuff like that with when it comes to the Bigfoot too, but mainly ghosts. But there was one night Billy had just come home from going and doing something at Hookerton Cemetery. I wasn't with him that night. I was at work. We had just went to bed, just turned the lights off and got curled up in the bed, and I shut my eyes, and all of a sudden I see two males pulling a female through the door. And I'm saying, I opened my eyes up. I looked at Billy. I said, babe, I said, you brought something home with you. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, and I explained my vision to him. I said, whatever it was, you brought something home with you, and I think it's a female. He's like, it's really funny that you said that. He says, because when I was loading the car up to come back home, I heard a music box playing back behind me.
That's
So
crazy.
He brought Allison home with him, and I seen the vision like the spirits that we already had in the house that we lived in actually snatched her and pulled her into the house. So it's like almost like they took her prisoner as soon as she followed Billy in the house. Because we had some bad spirits in that house we used to live in. You guys remember that house we used to live in?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
you know,
it's
I mean, just
um,
it just happens. It happens when it happens. I don't ask for it to happen. It just happens.
so I don't like saying I'm empath because I feel like everybody can feel energy and stuff, but I definitely feel
Mm.
energies a lot. And me and my wife, we have a connection that me and other people never have, or probably never will have. Like, honestly, we literally think of the same shit at the same time and say it at the same time to each other, and we're like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "We're like, get out of our heads," because it's crazy. And then, like, if she's at work and I'm here, or vice versa, we know when something's wrong with the other person. We're like, "Hey, what's going on?" We just know. And then, like, if she's around me and her anxiety's going, mine will start going. And I don't get anxious. Like, I've never had anxiety until she came around. And then, like,
You guys,
it's just it's like, see, I think that it's like, um what does people call it? I guess, like, the person that's meant for them. What's the word am I thinking of? I got two female heads here. Y'all can't help me out. Y'all, that's a
I know what
romantic.
you're right now. I know what you're trying to say, but I can't spit it out neither. Because me and Billy go through the same thing. Me and Billy's had many of them too. It's like I'm having a bad day at work, something's going on at work. I'm getting a text message from Billy, babe, what's wrong? I know something's wrong with you. I can feel you. And I'm the same way with him. Is you guys have that connection. You guys have that second sense. You guys have
It,
like
it,
I don't know what the word is for it.
true. It's like we're meant to be together. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are soulmates. I
Soulmates.
feel like true soulmates have that connection, because I've never, like, ever have felt this way with anybody else, or be able to, like, tell that something's off with them without even being in the same location as them, or messaging them or anything. It's
Right.
just, and then that we can literally think of the same, like, we think of the same shit, and then we'll message each other, and we're at two different locations, in the world, right? Message, like, we'll message each other, or we'll call each other and say the same shit, and we're like, what the hell? It's like half the time we don't even have to have verbal conversation with each other, but we do, just in case we're not, so we don't, I guess, start thinking crazy shit or something. We say crazy shit to each other or something in our heads, even though we say crazy shit to each other.
Do you can you guys read each other's minds yet? Can you talk to each other without speaking?
I mean, we have. It's not like we can, like, I can.
That's happened many times with me and Billy too.
I'd say that's
You
why
know,
I think it's like, that's when you got your soulmate. You know what I'm saying? When you found somebody with that connection. It's um so one of the reasons why I was trying to bring back up the like I guess wanting to see spirits and stuff is because I know there's a lot of people out there that like us we want, well, like me, still want to see spirits and whatnot, but um and you I don't know if I would say necessarily had a bad experience or whatnot, but you prefer to not now. And
Yeah.
I feel like definitely there's a lot of people that feel like they do want to open their third eye and go about doing that and whatnot. I feel like they might want to slow down and see if that's really what they want before they do that. Because I'm glad I did, because like I was literally about to like go full force with it and just keep doing it until the block is gone, because I've been told that forever now. It's like everybody can do it. It's just the block, and I'm like, I don't know about that, because I've kind of tried before and nothing happened. Then here recently, it was like light anomalies and weird mist shadow things. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm like, well, if I start seeing them like Nicole does, can I handle that? You know what I'm saying? Would I be able to handle that? Because that, like, when I seen like, I guess, light anomalies or felt enough to like get an overwhelming presence sensation, like my hair stick up, I'll start crying. Like my eyes will start watering and start going. and
Hmm.
and and it's not me crying or something. It's just like my emotions get very overwhelming, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, if I'm doing that just with this, how would my body react with, you know what I'm saying, if I was to see a spirit as like they passed away? You know what I'm saying? Can I handle that? Because mentally, I mean, I wasn't reacting to it negatively or in a bad way when I seen it and stuff. It's just my body reacted to that way, and I'm like, oh shit, this is, you know, I mean, it's happened before, but usually like when I'm in church, you know what I'm saying, or I guess I don't know, something big kind of happens, and it just I, I'm glad I stopped before I kept going, because I don't know if uh if I truly would be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, just say for instance, Nicole was telling me a story last night when we were on the way back from our investigation, our ghost investigation. But Nicole, everybody knows through the veil that she can see ghosts the way we look at each other. But could you imagine driving down the road and seeing millions of people, thousands of people, whatever, standing
Running
on
them
each side
over.
of the road? Right, just standing there in the road, like you about to you freaking the crap out, like trying to slam on your brakes, and people thinks you lost your damn mind because there's nobody standing there. But would you be able to handle that? Thinking you're getting ready to actually hit a human, not knowing whether it's a real human or it's a spirit. It catch you off guard. Could you imagine that happening? What would you do?
Well, I can tell you what I think I'll do. I'll be scared at first, and then once I know it's a spirit, I'm gonna cuss that son of a gun out and be like, "Get out the road, you dumbass!" I'll be
So
like, "I hope it hurt too, you son of a gun. Get out the road."
we need to
I'll
set
probably be
you up.
like, I'd probably say something smart too, where other people probably wouldn't disagree with it, but it's. I mean, hell, it almost scared me to death. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
We need to
Like
set
I
you
would.
up the interview too on the Hawk Paranormal. I think that would be fun. I really do. I think we need to set you up with an interview up on our channel.
I'll do
Get
it.
some geeked up in there.
I'm down. Hey, it's been that hour. Is there anything coming up that you would like to share or promote? You can say anything. I don't care.
Okay, so I just got finished reviewing. We went back out and did a day hunt out there, Bigfoot of Winterville. And how we stumbled upon this area is, we know my car got stolen, and we were out looking for it one night, and we stumbled upon this area that I call Bigfoot of Winterville. There's already a part one out there. It was actually a night hunt, and we caught a dog man on camera on that one. And I did a little short as well, so people could see what our major catch was out there. But we went back out there during the day. Be looking for part two of Bigfoot of Winterville within this week. My husband just got to get it edited and get it to where it's going to upload. I normally premiere my videos, but with everything going on in our life right now, I think I'm just going to put it up, you know, for everybody to view. But be watching for that upload. I don't know, what other place we're going to go. We might actually go back out and make a part three go in the evening before it gets dark, because I think that's better when we catch more, is more towards the evening than what we caught during the day.
Yeah.
So just keep watching for those, because I think that's what's coming up next on my channel, or our Bigfoot channel. Anyways, can't say it's mine because me and my husband do it together. And if you don't know my husband, it's Hawk Paranormal, ESTNC.
Y'all are married,
He's
right?
Yes,
So it's
we are
y'all.
definitely married.
That's like
Yes, we're
my
definitely.
wife. She's like, "That's mine. Don't touch it." I'm like, "I'm sorry. I thought we were married. It's ours."
Well, I can't look. I can't say I blame her there, because I'm funny over my stuff too. It's like I don't mind sharing with my husband, but some of that stuff is mine. It's
Well,
just mine. There is no ours in mine.
I usually don't take her things or mess with her stuff. Usually it's her messing with my stuff, and she'll say the shit to me, so I say it back to her. I'm like, "We're
do you
married. It's ours."
do you have to put your mouth on everything she owns, like her drinks or whatever?
No,
Like she'll get something out to eat, and you just gotta snatch. Oh, my husband does.
no, my
Okay,
wife does that with me. She's always got to
there's it with
drink
you.
drink what I drink or taste what I'm eating. It's
Yeah,
She does that with me, or she's got to wear my shirts. Um, always wearing my shirts.
I'm all time stealing Billy's clothes, his shorts, his t-shirts. Yeah, I do it
All
too.
right, there you go. That's
I do it too. I do it too. Just because I'm
it.
too lazy to go look for any of my clothes, and his is just laying there. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll borrow those. He won't mind.
Where you go, him eating and drinking your stuff. That's you
Hmm.
with wearing his clothes. I
Yeah.
always tell her to quit wearing my stuff, but it don't. It goes in one ear out the other. It don't.
Okay. Well, one thing I want you to realize: your clothes have your scent on it. Your clothes. It's like we feel like we have you closer to our heart when we're wearing your stuff.
Yeah, but I
That's the
got
way I.
specific shirts that like it's like you wear these, don't wear these, and she wears the ones that I tell her not to wear because they're like my nice shirts. You know what I'm saying? They're ones that don't have holes or stains or like a bleach stain on it. You know what I'm saying? And those are for like when I go out and about in public and I don't want to look trashy. You know what I'm saying? Even
Right.
honestly, I don't care
I
because
got
I'll
you.
go out looking holy and
Yeah.
stuff. It don't
I
matter to me
get it.
one bit. But I actually don't care if she wears it or not. But it's what it is. All right, so
Right.
I'm gonna end this podcast right here. If you haven't already, go subscribe to Brenda Hawkins, Para-Cryptid Hunter. Correct?
Yes. The
Link will be down in the description. Also, that one video where y'all caught uh Bigfoot walking into the woods, right? Uh,
Yeah, that's
what
what's
was
hidden
the
in the
what's hidden in the woods was the
what's
name
hidden.
of the video.
Yes, and you can find that on Hawk Paranormal ESTNC on our paranormal channel.
I'm I'll link that down in the description so it'll be easier for them to go find that. And I'll probably end up I'll link it in the description with your channel as well. So make sure you go subscribe to her on her channel. This is Geeked Up Paranormal Podcast. My name is Brenda, and that is Brenda Hawkins, the Para-Cryptid Hunter and Ghost Hunter. Uh, this Geeked Up Paranormal. R.I.P.